I would like to begin our lesson today with a quote by one of my mentors. And he said, in a crisis or a disaster, there are two types of characters you can play. You could either become the victim, and the characteristic of the victim is someone who blames everything other than take proactive actions on themselves. So they keep on blaming, they keep on saying that they are the victim. And you can play a second character called the victory, the winner. What are the characteristics of the victor? Victors or winners are people who take proactive steps. They know that in any crisis or any disaster like the COVID-19, should they stay indoors or should they just don't do anything at all with their business, they know that they are going to fail. Now, obviously, because of the partial lockdowns and the instructions that have been issued by many governments around the world, I am not encouraging you as a business owner, as a people manager, as an employee, or anyone to go outdoors. But what I am encouraging you to do is to transform your digital space, your social media platforms, your chat rooms into your new market where you could go outdoor digitally to reach out to your new customers. And that is the topic that we'll be talking about today. 3 proven lessons on how you can get new customers in any crisis, even though we're talking about the COVID-19 right now. My name is Michael Teo. I'm the founder and CEO of Thriving Talents, and it's an honor and pleasure to be here with you. Now, let's jump straight to one of my favorite quotes of all time. It is our decision today that will determine our destiny tomorrow. Not our condition, but our decision today. I want to thank you, all of you. Despite whatever disaster or crisis you're going through, you have decided to participate, to upgrade yourself in our program right now. Now, to give you a little bit of overview of where did I actually get this information about how you can get new customers despite us being in a disaster, in a crisis like the COVID-19 now, is I learned this 3 lessons from a friend of mine who interviewed entrepreneurs from China. And if you know, China used to be the epicenter of the WUHAN virus that has now been codenamed COVID-19. Now, the government implemented months of lockdown, and yet their businesses thrive. So I've been very fortunate where I interviewed this good friend of mine who has a lot of business partners in China, and he shared with me how did these Chinese entrepreneurs, what did they do in order to survive. So if you're ready, let's start with our lesson right here. Number 1, are you building a community? Just gonna write it right here. Are you building a community? What do we mean by this? Imagine this. Regardless of what business you're in, either in the product line or in the service line, all your customers are now at home most of the time. They are now scrolling through their Facebook, looking through their social medias. They are now your captive audience. So what you need to do now is to bring your business online. Now, some of you will be saying, Michael, my business is rather traditional. I don't want to bring it online. Well, if you cannot bring your business online, bring yourself online. Why? This is an important message that I want to share with all of you. When you build a community, how do you build that community online? Is through education. In a sense, you want to get people to come to a social media platform or a group and you educate them. Let me give you an example. I have a friend who runs a cosmetics company. Now, she's very product driven. She always needs to go out and meet customers every single day. But that was her life before the COVID-19 pandemic strike. Now, her new life, she's at home. But instead of blaming, becoming the victim, I would say, she wanted to become the victor. So instead of just blaming that she's having a bad luck right now, that she couldn't go out and meet customers, she created an online community. She invited people on WeChat to join the WeChat, to join her WhatsApp, to join her Facebook group. And remember, she sells cosmetics, right? So she went on to this different social media platform. She starts videoing videos like these, or she starts doing audio recording, educating her prospects, these are not necessarily her customers, yeah, because she attracts people to join her social media platform. She educated these prospects, the general public, how to take care of their skin, how to buy the right cosmetic products for themselves. She has begun to position herself as an authority. And when you position yourself as an authority, you begin to build trust with your customers. And when you have built that trust, it will be easier for you to offer your products and your services to them. And most likely, they would buy your products and services. A good friend of mine once shared this with me. Your product is dead. It is dead. It is always dead. But you know what is alive? What is alive is the emotion that you give your customers when they purchase your product. So that is the key message right here. Now, moving on. What's the second lesson, proven lesson that we can learn from these Chinese entrepreneurs who have survived and thrived in the COVID-19 crisis? And that is, you need to relook at your bundle offer. Now, my dear friends, what are we talking about bundle offer here? Can you imagine this? You are selling a product, and normally your product would have A, B, and C, right? And you're selling them separately, 3 different price tags, and you have a high margin, it's a high premium. Now, those were the good times. Now, during this COVID-19 or any disaster that you may face with your business, the most important thing to ensure your business survival is cash flow. You want to get the cash in first. So how do you do that? It's by bundling your product. So if you have product A, B, C, instead of selling them separately, try to bundle them together, give an attractive offer, give a ridiculous price as long as you don't lose money, give it to your new customers. That is how you're going to attract them. Tell them that as much as we are all suffering and we are all stressed with the COVID-19, you as a business owner, you as a people manager, you want to play your role to repackage, to reposition your products as a bundle. Give them a deal that they will thank you for. And that is how you can create new attention and attract new customers to your business despite the crisis. Last but not least, it's love. That's the third lesson, how you're going to attract new customers. I know this sounds very cliche, but love here is you really give the best of your products and your service to your customers, and then you give them at such an attractive price that they would see you are not there to actually make money or maximize your profit out of them. Rather, you are there knowing that your products and service will add value, would help them a lot during this crisis, and you're willing to do it. You're willing to offer the products or service for a reduced price in the name of helping them. Because, my dear entrepreneurs, people managers, we are all going through tough times now. All of us need a little helping hand. And if you could position your product, reprice it, it's a sign of love. When you reduce their burden to afford your product, and when they fall in love with your product, when the market recovers, you can always sell them more products. But remember that time, they would have remembered how they've done business with you. They would have seen you as a trusted person, a trusted authority for them to continue subscribing or buying your products and your service. These are the 3 lessons that I want to share with you. First, build your community through education. You can start that with any social media platform. Next, bundle your products together. Make them part 1. Make them attractive. And then lastly, show your love to your customers and your prospects. Give them a ridiculous incentive for them to try you out. So when the market recovers, and it will recover, you have them as customers for life. Thank you. I hope it didn't.